It's so nice outside.
I love playing outside at the Springs Bazaar.
Look, there's Mojave Max.
Who's Mojave Max?
He's a desert tortoise that lives here at Springs Preserve. He came to visit my school last year and we learned all about desert tortoises.
What's a desert tortoise?
Where do they live?
What do they eat?
Let's ask my friend Donovan. He knows all about desert tortoises.
Hello, friends. These are all great questions. Desert tortoises are slow-moving reptiles with large dome shells on their backs. They live in the Mojave Desert. That's right here where we live. Desert tortoises eat a variety of plants for food, like flowers and cactus. But do you know that there are fewer desert tortoises today than there used to be? That's because they need our help. But the good news is that there are a few easy things you can do to protect the plants and animals that live in our desert, including desert tortoises like Mojave Max. First of all, you can make sure all of your garbage goes in a garbage can. That way, we can keep the deserts clean from litter and keep tortoises safe. Never leave trash or food behind in the desert.
That makes sense.
And that sounds like something we could do to help.
That's right, everyone can help keep the deserts clean. The next thing you can do is to stay on the roads and trails. Does anyone have a Jeep, an ATV, a dirt bike, or a mountain bike? It's important to stay on designated roads and trails when playing in the desert, because desert tortoises live underground in what's called a burrow. These burrows can get crushed if you go off roads and trails. You wouldn't like it if someone crushed your home, would you? Desert tortoises also depend on desert plants for food and water. Sometimes when people drive or ride off trails, they can accidentally destroy a burrow or a desert plant they need for food.
I don't want that to happen.
So that's why we have trailheads and trail signs at Red Rock Canyon, right?
Correct. So staying on the trails helps plants and animals. Next, I have to ask you a question. How would you feel if a giant picked you up and carried you away?
Woo! That seems so scary.
No way.
A tortoise wouldn't like to be picked up either. The next thing you can do to protect desert tortoises is to not touch them. If you ever see a tortoise in the wild, look with your eyes. But keep your distance and remember, hands off. Desert tortoises can get scared of people and can go pee-pee if they are picked up.
I wouldn't like if somebody picked me up.
If that happens, they can get very thirsty and they will need to drink a lot of water. But water is hard to find in the desert. Tortoises are also a threatened species, which means they are protected by law, and there are not a lot of them left. So it is very important to leave them in the desert, and to not take any animals or plants from their desert home. The next thing you can do is use your eyes. Keep an eye out for desert tortoises crossing the desert, and look out for tortoise crossing signs on the roads. If you do go out into the desert, look under your car before you leave to make sure a desert tortoise hasn't moved into the shade under there. The final thing you can do to help desert tortoises is to use your mind. You can learn more about tortoises to help them. Mojave Max has its own website, mojavemax.com, where you can go to learn all about desert tortoises.
That's right. We can use our power to help save nature and animals.
Together we respect, protect,